So you are looking for answering your interview question, and the first thing that comes to your mind, or maybe you have already attended some interviews and they have asked you, tell me about yourself. Today, we're going to discuss how you can attempt and answer confidently and achieve the task. You have to actually answer who you are. Let me break it down for you. When the interviewer asks you, tell me about yourself, they are actually asking you three questions. But they combined all those three questions into one simple question, which is, tell me about yourself. But what they are actually asking you is, who are you as a professional? Why are you fit for this job? Why not somebody else? Why you? And the third thing is, what have you accomplished throughout your career? Now, some of the interviewers, they would ask you these questions separately, but mostly, tell me about yourself. So before jumping into the right answer, I'm going to give you some example that, how you should not attempt, the things that you should not do. Let's say I walk into a room and I have applied for a safety officer job, a construction site safety officer. And they ask me, tell me about yourself. And I go like, hi, my name is Zahid. I come from Pakistan. Um, my father name is this. This is my village name. I have this much siblings. I like travel. Um, I like hiking. Okay, thank you. But I'm not interested in listening to your personal stories. Tell me, tell me how those answer like I like travel, I like hiking, this is my village name, my father name, my family background. How are they relevant to the job interview? How are they relevant to the being a safety officer? It doesn't make any sense, right? So what's the right way, how you should actually attempt to answer this question? I will tell you. So the examiner, when they ask you, tell me about yourself. Now remember, for this scenario, we are taking the example of a safety officer. So I applied for a safety officer position, let's say UAE or Saudi Arabia, and somehow I got lucky. My CV was selected uh, because you can't just walk in and drop your CV and they would right away ask you for an interview. There's a long process. So if you get an interview call either face to face or online, you're a lucky one. Now don't screw it when you are actually showing for interview. So again, let's go back. I applied for a safety officer job in Saudi Arabia. I am there physically, and now the interviewer asked me, tell me about yourself. Now what should I do is I have to focus. Who am I as a professional? What's my education related to the safety officer job? What's my skills? What are my skills? And what are my experiences? And why I'm fit for this job? Now, focus here how I'm going to attempt an answer. So you are the interviewer and you ask me, tell me about yourself. Now focus. Hi, my name is Zahid. First of all, thanks for the opportunity. I have got all the certification from British Safety Council, which is NIBOSH, and I also have the Master in Environmental Management. So along with managing occupational health and safety in workplace, I can also look after your environmental department. I can help you with complying with government and the ISO regulations. Previously, I have worked as a construction site security and safety officer in Australia, and I have worked throughout multiple locations. I have worked in residential building, I have worked in commercial uh, construction. So I have a better idea of what I'm looking for and how to make the workplace hazard free and how to care for my employees and my coworkers. Now, pay attention here. What I did when I was, it might not be a perfect answer, but what I did is I tell the interviewer that I got the relevant certification for the safety officer. I also have extra certification for environmental management. I have work experience, the project I have worked on. Now I have to give a little bit more introduction that why I'm fit for this job. Even I said that I have relevant certification and experiences. Now I have to, because the market is already exaggerated and there are a lot of people with similar skills and certification. Why I'm the right candidate? Why the interviewer would choose me? So I have to go a little bit further with showing some proof from my work experience. Now let's see how I will continue. So throughout my career, for the last 5 years, I was in Saudi Arabia and I looked after a residential building construction. And in those 5 years, we had zero accident reported. By a close watch and following the safety protocols, we not only minimized the work accident, but we reduced the number to zero. So there were no injury reported on my workplace. So what I did here is I gave them some proof that throughout the last 5 years that I worked in Saudi Arabia on construction site, I looked after this a construction residential building, and throughout those 5 years, we did not have any sort of accident. Now, to summarize what I just told you is, you walked into the room with confidence, and you would answer the question, tell me about yourself, focusing on three things: your education related to the post that you applied for, your experiences related to the post, and tell them more why are you the right candidate with proofs and some background check. Let's say you're a student or you're a fresh graduate and you do not have a work experience. How would you answer? How would you give proof? If you are a fresh graduate, or right now you just got certification, not just for the safety, but any department that you are working in, what you should say is, you would talk about the training certificates that you have achieved, any internship that you took back in your country. So mention, like let's say, I have got some of the training certification from any university. Just name any university, and I have worked in so a company as an internee for 1 year. So I got the relevant experiences related to this job. The key is, you have to just know what to say related to this job. Everything that you're gonna say would be related to the job only, and that will help you, secure the job. But if you just, talk about all the bullshit and stuff, it won't make any sense. I hope this have helped you, and if you need any help related to your career or your training, feel free to let us know in the comment section if you have any question, and I will try my best to answer you. Till then, you take care.